you lovely frugal kings and queens. In this video, we want to talk about happiness and consumerism. Let's begin with the reasons for overconsumption. Someone said that happy people don't buy things. But if that is true, why are so many people apparently unhappy? Because we do have a problem with overconsumption. And, can happiness perhaps be achieved without much consumption? Moreover, why are so many people unhappy when they already got more of everything than they can ever use, enjoy, or even afford? These are important questions when you consider that many people seem to know that too much consumption is bad for the planet, but keep consuming as if there was no tomorrow. Where does this irrational behavior come from? More to the point, how big is the hole that many consumers keep filling with things, without ever reaching a point of enough is enough? President Jimmy Carter answered this question as follows: "We've learned that piling up material goods cannot fill the emptiness of lives which have no confidence or purpose." But the thing is, of course, if people would stop buying more than they need, the marketing and the consumer goods industries would have a serious problem, and so they keep creating needs and seducing consumers with things they did not know they needed, by continuously promising happiness and more if you buy their goods or services, but they never deliver. And they are getting better and better at doing that. Psychology and technology combined in the hands of the marketing industry are a force to be reckoned with. By the way, when did that happen that we were all reduced to consumers? Because we are also creators, contributors, and much more. But, if advertising is one of the strongest drivers of overconsumption, then the marketing and advertising industries would be strong partners in steering ad content towards affordable, climate-friendly products. And there is indeed a trend in the industry to focus marketing and advertising more on the needs of consumers and solutions for actual problems. If this trend gains traction, it is very good news. Apparently, some reasons for shopping frenzies are evolutionary. Hunters and gatherers had to get what they could get when the getting was good. Hence, there may not be a mechanism telling us that we can relax, that we have enough. Another driver is incessant competition with others. And don't forget our strong desire to feel accepted and appreciated. Belonging to a group has been an evolutionary survival factor, and brands are identifying features for group members. It seems that social conformity is hardwired into our brains. And as if that is not enough, we also want to stand out as individuals and be seen as different from others. This seems confusing, but the latter can be achieved by showing our affiliation to a group that values individuality. Now it all makes sense, doesn't it? So, that's a lot of reasons that keep us buying things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. But do not despair, you are not alone, and there are some things you can do to escape the rat race. And be happy, nevertheless. Here are some strategies against the great seducers. The most important thing to keep in mind is that shopping can indeed induce a feeling of happiness, but that it is very short-lived. This means the experience needs to be repeated over and over again to stay with you. Sounds like an addiction, doesn't it? The other thing to remember is that studies, and perhaps your own experience, show that it is mainly things that are for free that create a feeling of happiness or satisfaction. You might have guessed it, we are talking about human interaction, the positive kind, with friends and loved ones. Happiness also springs from altruism, from helping others. Other reliable ways to increase happiness are meditation, compassion, and gratitude. Many happiness experts agree that a sense of control and autonomy over one's life, being guided by meaning and purpose, and connecting with others are key ingredients for happiness. However, this does not mean foregoing consumption completely. Life is, after all, a balance of the material and the immaterial. I live, therefore I consume, and we simply cannot escape this fundamental human condition. And to experience meaningful, warm human interaction, it is not realistic to always fight the peer pressure of consumerism and to be therefore different and perhaps isolated from most of the people around us. Admittedly, there are some material things in life, and they are different for each of us, that can create much happiness. Just remember that the dosage makes the poison. In this day and age, social status can be achieved by sustainable consumption. Products that are green can indeed be more expensive and therefore more exclusive than conventional products. Our desire for social status can thus be utilized to promote more sustainable consumption. Unfortunately, it may not always be the most economical solution. Surprisingly, a study by the University of Arizona showed that, unlike sustainable consumption, reduced consumption actually leads to more well-being and a lower stress level. The study concluded that this may have to do with the energy we put into owning things, organizing and protecting them. A survey by Greenpeace of the shopping habits of people in Europe and Asia found that overconsumption is deeply entrenched in our culture. At the same time, around 50% report that the shopping excitement wears off within a day, and a third of Chinese consumers feel even more empty and unfulfilled afterwards. 60% can't stop themselves from making impulse buys, and people regularly feel tired and bored after shopping. The binge is followed by a hangover. To make matters worse, around a third of Chinese consumers feel empty, bored, or lost when they are not shopping. Sound familiar? So always ask yourself before buying something new, do I really need this? Does it make me happy, or does it spark joy, according to a popular decluttering expert? If so, remember, it will do so only for a short while. The 10 minutes, 30 days rule is a wonderful idea to avoid impulsive shopping. With smaller purchases, think about it for 10 minutes, larger ones should be considered for about 30 days. If you decide that you absolutely want the item after that time, you should get it, you'll probably enjoy it. But quite often, you will find that you don't really need the object you thought you desired so much. Perhaps you already own something similar, performing a similar or identical function. Possibly, it's just a bargain offer that seduced you into considering an unnecessary purchase. Only go shopping, also online, when you really need something, not to kill time, relieve stress, or out of boredom. Do not be impressed by scarcity marketing, and do not succumb to the fear of missing out. It's an old sales trick, the product in question will almost certainly be back. And always pay cash, wherever possible. It also helps to consider what we really care about. Time and money spent on activities that are meaningful, focusing on how fortunate you probably are with your income, job, family, and friends, may open your eyes to the fact that you are wealthy in many ways. Moreover, it has been shown that luxury goods don't add to personal well-being, as people keep fighting to maintain their social status, leaving them continuously unsatisfied with their fancy lifestyles. A key takeaway is that it is absolutely possible to be happy without excessive consumption. Here is our simple formula for a more sustainable journey to happiness. More spending leads to the need to earn more, which leads to the need to work more. And more time spent working means less time to do the things that make you happy. A frugal lifestyle, therefore, means more happiness. As simple as that. And here are some calls to action. Try to find your personal strategies to avoid impulsive shopping. This could be a challenge. Set a time frame and, for example, try to go for a while without visiting the mall or without buying clothes. Check out these simple tips on how to feel happy. Listen to your favorite music, because music influences your psyche more than any other form of entertainment. Or just smile, it will make you happier. Moreover, try smiling at strangers. They might smile back. Sometimes, it's really that simple. Feel free to share your findings in the comments below. And don't forget that happiness is renting a camper van from time to time. Sadness is owning a camper van all year long. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, lest you miss out on our other videos to accompany you on your journey to frugal bliss. See you soon.